What's up, YouTube? Ryan back today with another sports card video. We're doing it again. Today I have 5 more long shot prospects that you guys might want to throw a little bit of money at because these guys are actually very good players. Their stuff's relatively very cheap. So same as last time I did this video, you guys seem to love it. You guys asked for more of it. So that's what I'm giving you today. Similar to last video, the highest ranked player on this list is the 98th overall prospect. Most of these guys, honestly, you've probably have heard of. They're more popular prospects than my last video, but I feel like these guys are still undervalued, and a few of these guys might actually make a debut this year, which is important because when people make debuts, they have a chance to make a name for themselves, and these prices could double, triple, 5 times, whatever. But some of you guys, these still might be 5 random people you've never heard of. There is a chance for that. I know at least a couple of them will probably stump you. So I'm not going to waste too much time on an intro today because we're just going to jump into player number 5. But if you guys like this video, want me to make another one, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, helps out my channel a ton. I appreciate you guys for watching as always, and let's jump right into number 5. All right, guys, number 5 on the list today, Tyler Freeman. Tyler Freeman can play some baseball. This dude's a good player. He was drafted 2nd round in the 2017 draft. He's 21 years old, 6 foot, 165 listed on there. I have a hard time believing he still weighs 165. But Tyler Freeman can hit. This dude's a good player. He plays shortstop as well. And he was actually in my spring training video this week with an insane diving play in the hole. So the dude can make the big play. So check out Tyler Freeman's stats, you guys. Really impressive. He got drafted in 2017. He played in 2017, 2018, 2019. So 3 years in the minors now, combining for a 319 batting average with a 379 on base percentage and an 820 OPS. All above average. He doesn't have that much power, only 7 home runs over 3 years. But who knows, with the year off, he might have put on some muscle. He's killing it in spring training. He has a home run in his 20 at-bats. He's hitting 350 with a 480 on base percentage and 1,000 OPS in spring training. I know it's spring training. People blow it out of proportion, but very impressive. So Tyler Freeman, he can ball. Like, he is a good player, you guys. He also supports a 974 fielding percentage. That's pretty solid for a shortstop. That's really solid for a shortstop, especially someone being young and probably going to improve. Tyler Freeman's a guy that he is going to debut this year at some point unless something weird happens. I don't know if it's going to be at the start of the year, at All-Star break, towards postseason, and Indians ain't making the postseason, but he's going to be up at some point this year. He's too good for them to keep him down, especially if he's going to put up those 300 batting average, 400 on base percentage numbers. Like, absolutely ridiculous. He's a great player. Check out his card prices. So Tyler Freeman, you guys, he falls right in that sweet spot for me with Bowman Chrome first, and I actually picked up some of this stuff just yesterday before I made this video. I have a little bit of it from what I pulled myself, but I had to buy more. But that sweet spot I was talking about, around $5 for base and around $10 for a refractor, and that's exactly what we are going to look at here. So $850, $975, $650 for a base, $15 for a refractor there, but check out the prices. They keep going down. $850 for a refractor there, $475 for a refractor, $5 for a refractor, $2 base, and this is all in the month of March, so very recent sales, you guys. He's right in that sweet spot, and on ComC, it's going to be right there at $5 for base and around $10 for a refractor. I bought a refractor yesterday for like 9 something. His numbered stuff is cheap too. Check this out, and graded. Blue out of 199, PSA 10, $50. Sky Blue out of 399, PSA 10, $45. You guys, this month. This dude sold 6 PSA 10 refractors for $275. That can end up being a $100 card each. Like, that's crazy to me. If he ends up playing well, these refractors sell for crazy money in PSA 10s if the player performs. So you guys can just see, I'm going to scroll through these prices. Absolutely ridiculous. On March 8th, you could pick up the orange PSA 10 for $250. Like, that's ridiculous. That's crazy to me. I'm going to scroll. You guys check out the prices, but this is why Tyler Freeman made this list. He's the highest ranked prospect at number 98, so that's why I wanted to include him at number 5. But Tyler Freeman can play baseball, you guys. This dude's a good player, and his prices are pretty right now. They're very cheap. Next player on the list, you guys, another pretty relevant guy right now with spring training is Jaren Duran. He's a number 4 prospect for the Red Sox, but he's not even inside the top 100. Jaren Duran is balling out this spring. He was the 7th round pick in 2018, so someone they did not expect to ball out like he has. He's a very good hitter. He's 24 years old, so he's a little older, but he should be making his debut as well this year. If he doesn't, I would be surprised. Again, I don't know when or how, but he should come up this year. He's 6'2", 212, so he has a good frame. So he played 2 years in the minors, 2018, 2019. Played in the fall league, played in 2 Puerto Rican leagues, but we're going to focus on the 2 years in the minors, and he did really well. 67 games over A-ball and low A, hit 357 with a 394 on-base percentage, 910 OPS, 3 home runs, and then in 2019, more of the same. 303 batting average, 370 on-base percentage, 775 OPS, which is a little lower. 5 home runs, though. He's just a good hitter, and for someone that's relatively cheap, and I'm going to jump in that in a little bit, he's killing it this spring, and his stuff's probably elevated because of that right now. He's hitting 314 with a 351 on-base percentage and a 980 OPS with 2 home runs this spring. Like, he's playing a lot. He's playing really well. He made my spring training highlight video this week with a 4-hit game. Like, the dude is a good hitter. I'm really excited to see if he comes up this year, and he's someone I've been saying since Bowman 2020 came out that this guy's low-key. Like, this dude can hit. His card prices, you guys, again, I think these are a little elevated right now, but they're still cheap. Check this out. $20 for the Mojo Refractor out of Bowman Chrome Mega Box. This person sold 6 Bowman Chrome cards for $37. Do the math. That's like $6 per. 16 there for Mojo. 2 Mojo Refractors for $23. Like, that's a good deal. Bowman Chrome Base, $10, $9 there. Mojo, $15, $9 for base. Even his Sapphire, like, this is a card that I really want to pick up at the right price. 3 sales for $15. Looks like they're all from the same seller, but this was just 3 days ago. $15 for his Sapphire card. I really like that buy. $6.50 for base. I like that a lot. Like, even his Atomic, which is a hard pull, $23. He was in Bowman, so his refractors are numbered, so you're not going to see those base refractors with Jaren Duran stuff. They're going to be numbered to $4.99. So his refractor is going to be a little more expensive than those players in Bowman Draft whose refractors are not numbered. But for the most part, you guys, Jaren Duran is very affordable. Watch for centering on 2020 Bowman because 2020 Bowman has terrible centering when you're buying these cards, but still very affordable stuff with Jaren Duran, especially his base cards, especially that Mojo. I like the Mojo a lot. I think those cards are still underrated, but very affordable with Jaren Duran. Should be making a debut this year. The dude can play. Next player up for my Arizona Diamondbacks, and this is a prospect that's fallen off the planet Earth. I had a couple of his cards, including this one, in my most recent mail day. Seth Beer, you guys. Big kid, 6'3", 225. He's 24 years old now. This missed year definitely affected his prices and his ranking a lot. This was someone that was in the top 100 just last year, but with that missed year, he's getting older. He's now the D-backs number 13 prospect, and I actually think it's crazy. Like, I don't see how they think they have 13 people in their farm system better. As a D-backs fan, I think they're nuts. But Seth Beer, he's another guy that can play. He's very good at baseball, and he has the versatility to play first base or outfield, so he has a better chance of finding that lineup. Should debut this year at some point as well. We'll see when. It won't be at the start of the year. Hopefully, he comes up and destroys it. This is a player that could absolutely go off. Like, of all the people on this list, you guys, Seth Beer might be the guy that has the highest ceiling. As far as power, on base percentage, like, he might have the highest ceiling, and his stats show that. Check it out. Was great in college, doesn't really matter. 2018 gets drafted, plays in 2018, 2019. 2018 comes up first year as a 21-year-old, 304 batting average, 389 on base percentage, 885 OPS. All above average numbers. Hits 12 home runs on top of that. Really great for first time hitting wood, especially out of college. Sometimes people struggle with that. 2019, he goes off. He really does, especially in Double-A at Corpus Christi. Like, at Corpus Christi, Double-A ball, he hit 299 with a 407 on base percentage, a 950 OPS. And on top of that, he hit 16 home runs in 63 games. Like, the dude went crazy. I will say he struggled when he moved to Arizona. You know, that happens sometimes. You know, I expect a bounce back year from him. I really do. Sometimes moving messes with someone. I don't think he wanted to get traded to the D-backs. I don't know who would. You go from an Astros organization to a Diamondbacks organization, I'd be like, me. Though people hate the Astros right now, they're a way better team and have a better future for sure as of right now. Comes over to Arizona, plays in the Southern League, 205, 300 on base percentage, 615 OPS. Only hits 1 home run in 88 at-bats. Definitely struggled. I'll give him that. But overall, you guys, he's really good. In the minors, he's hitting 294 with a 388 on base percentage and 897 OPS. On top of that, he has 38 home runs in 2 seasons. He has a lot of power. Like I said, he probably has the highest ceiling out of this list just because, who knows, maybe he comes up this year and goes off. Maybe next year he plays a full season and he hits 30 home runs. You never know. Like, I don't know if that'll happen or not, but he has that power. He's shown he has. 26 home runs in the minors is no joke at all. So let's take a look at his sports cards. And Seth Beer's weird. He was a first-round draft pick in 2018, and somehow Seth Beer managed to not get a Bowman First Chrome card. I don't know how he did it, but he didn't. This is actually his first Bowman out of 2019 Bowman Chrome. Technically, the one out of the Mega Box is his first because the Mega Box came out before it. And I have a picture to show. This is the autograph. So this is technically his first Bowman auto. PSA 10, $50. That's cheap. That's very cheap. But it's the same image. I really expect them to be priced pretty similarly with the base stuff because the Mega Box and the 2019 Bowman Chrome have the same base image. The autograph looks like that. Still cheap, $45 for a refractor auto. That's not bad. PSA 10 Mega Box, $20. I bought mine. This is the Sparkle I bought for $20 or $25. I bought the Mojo for $20, I believe. Again, PSA 10 Mojo, $20. His stuff is dirt cheap, you guys. I want to see if there's even raw stuff on here. 60 card prospect lot, $12. Like, that's crazy. His gold, $8.50. I get it. He's gotten older. He missed a year, but the ceiling's still there. Like, the dude can hit. There's no doubts about that. Like, he can hit. Base auto out of 2019 Bowman Chrome. This was the card on the box. He is on the box of Bowman Chrome. $17. Like, that's crazy. Terrible marketing by Topps, but geez, that's so cheap. Mega Box base, 99 cents. I don't have to go any farther. Ridiculously cheap on Seth Beer. I definitely think it's worth putting something there just in case, you know. He's the type of player that could be an MVP player. He really is. I'm not saying he will be. I'm praying he does because he's a D-back and not that many D-back prospects turn out. That potential's there. 100% it's there. And that's why I had to put him on my list today at number 3. We're going to stick with the college trend, you guys. Payton Burdick's number 4 on my list today. I completely forgot about Payton Burdick. I knew who he was. I knew he was a popular pull in 2019 Bowman draft, but I never looked into him. I did not look into him. He was a Marlins. At the time, the Marlins were pretty much a no-name or team and organization until last year in the short season when they actually played well. I just looked at Payton Burdick's numbers for the first time, personally, 3 weeks ago. It's been very recent. And you know why? Because I saw this picture. I am lying to you if I do not tell you that I bought his stuff after I saw this picture. I didn't even look at his stats. I just bought him because I saw he was giant. But it worked out. Not a lot of times that works out. But we're going to check out his stats. He's actually a good player. He is solid. He was a 3rd-round draft pick in 2019, you guys. He's 24 years old. Payton Burdick, I don't know if he'll play this year, but he'll be up next year for sure. He'll be 25. Not the worst for someone debuting. 25 is like the last year I really look at is like, if you don't debut by the time you're 25, it's probably not going to happen for you. Like Aaron Judge debuted at 25, and he's one of those players that's super hyped. But Payton Burdick, he can play. He's a good player. You guys played 1 season. He got drafted in 2019, played 69 games. He hit 308 with a 407 on base percentage and a 949 OPS. On top of that, he had 11 home runs. Very impressive. I mean, he went to Wright State, so that's why he's probably a no-name, but he destroyed it there too. Like, he was fantastic. Those minor league numbers are good. I bought a card when I looked at that picture, and then I looked at his stats, and I bought more of his cards. And he's super cheap. I'm going to show you guys. He's very cheap. He's been playing a little bit in spring training. Nothing crazy. 11 plate appearances. He only has 1 hit, which was a home run. But he has good discipline. He can take a walk, and he showed that in the minors in his 1 year, and he's showing it in spring training too. Like, he only has a 143 batting average, which, I mean, 7 at-bats, who cares? He just hit a home run that was very impressive just the other day. But he's walked 3 times in those 11 plate appearances. He has a 455 on base percentage and 1,000 OPS. How many people can say they have 1,000 OPS when they're hitting 143? That's a good plate presence to me. That's a good approach. He's able to show that he can take a walk. He walked 34 times in 69 games in the minors in his 1 year. So I think Payton Burdick, he's worth throwing a little bit of money at, just because obviously the work ethic's there, but he also shows that he can take a walk. And that's one of the biggest things I look at with prospects. Look at his sports cards. So Payton Burdick's cheap, you guys. Base auto, $26. Refractor, $7, you guys. So that sweet spot is right there for Payton Burdick. Bowman Chrome base, $350. This dude bought 9 Payton Burdick cards. They look like they're all chrome for $2. Like, Payton Burdick is very low-key still. Refractor auto, under $50. 2 Sapphire cards, which this is a card I need to find because I can't find any on the internet. $3 for 2 of them. Like, that's ridiculous to me. This is a card that's 100% on my list to buy. $10 there for Sapphire. I would even pay $10. Like, I don't even care. Like, the Sapphire card has such a high ceiling if they turn out. Like, I would pay $10 for Sapphire. $5 for Refractor. Again, $4 there. It's just really cheap stuff, you guys. He has a good ceiling. He has a lot of power. So at the end of the day, if he can take a walk and hit for power, if he can do that in the pros, he's going to have some kind of hobby relevance most likely. Put $20 on Payton Burdick and buy 10 of his cards. Like, it's ridiculous how cheap he is. Definitely someone to keep on your radar this year. All right, number 1 on my list today, you guys, is Miguel Geraldo for the Toronto Blue Jays. I think he's the youngest player that makes the most sense that I could find. I included him last on the list today, you guys, just because he's the youngest. He's only 20 years old, has a chance to debut by the time he's 21 or 22, maybe faster if he's playing well this year, but he is a very good baseball player. Check this out. He played in 2018 and 2019, and he combined for a 300 batting average, the 354 on base percentage, and an 814 OPS. On top of that, he has 9 home runs in 2 years. Like, that's solid. He hit 7 home runs when he was 18 years old. Like, I am totally fine with that. That means he has pop. That means he can hit a home run, especially in 57 games. Like, that is impressive for an 18-year-old kid. Very impressive there. So Miguel Geraldo, he can play. He actually is at spring training. He's 0 for 4. Nothing crazy there. He has a walk. Nothing really to note so far. But it's notable that they brought him to spring training. That's important. That means that they're looking at him on their radar. He's their number 9 prospect for the Blue Jays. So way out of the top 100. I was going to put another Blue Jays prospect on here, but he's a little more expensive. And this is where I really want to do long shot prospects. Look how cheap he is. PSA 10 base, $40. Refractor auto, $40. Base auto, $25. Base auto, $8. Base Bowman Chrome, $2. You guys. Very cheap on Miguel Geraldo. 9.5 with the 10, $80. Super cheap with Miguel Geraldo, you guys. You're not going to find a guy that hits 300 and as cheap as him. You're just not going to. $1 for his base Bowman, you guys. This is a guy, when 2019 Bowman Chrome came out, this was a decent guy to pull. And I don't know why he's as cheap as he is, because he's a good player. He really is. Again, he's one of those guys that lost a year, unfortunately. He should be a year closer, but he's going to get pushed back a little bit. But he probably still has a chance to debut at the worst by the time he's 22 years old. And that is fine, in my opinion, especially when it comes to hobby relevance. $18 back-to-back sales on his Bowman Chrome first auto. Like, absolutely dirt cheap, you guys. Refractor out of $4.99. $4. There it is right there, you guys. But super cheap. Miguel Geraldo is going to round out my list this week for top 5 long shot prospects. All right, guys, that is it for this week's long shot prospects. Let me know if you guys want me to make another one. There's so many of these guys out there. There really is. I almost had 10 of them I wanted to put on this video. So I pretty much have my next video lined up just from diving deep into these prospects. And I know not all these guys are going to pan out. It's impossible. It's baseball. Not every single one of these guys are going to pan out. But that's why I'm calling them my long shot prospects. That's the point of this video, is that, hey, this kid's actually pretty good and his stuff's dirt cheap. You might want to put like $15, $20 on him, buy multiple of his cards, and if he pans out, it could be worth hundreds. You never know, you guys. Prospect prices are going through the roof these days. If any one of these prospects pans out, like, you're going to make a ton of money. Like, you just are. And if they don't, you're not losing a bunch. Like, this isn't me coming out here and like, this guy's worth $500. Buy him now. He might pan out. He might not. No, this is, hey, pick up this dude's card for like $2 to $5, and if he pans out, it might be a $20 to $50 card, you know? So yeah, guys, that is it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments of these 5 players. Would you buy any of them? Is there another prospect you want me to talk about in maybe a next video, or someone you want me to dive into in the future when I start making my minor league Mondays again that are specifically on one guy? Let me know in the comments. But yeah, guys, if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you guys for watching as always, and you guys have a great rest of your day. See ya!